Hello everybody, my name's Christian and welcome back. Well, I've already bored the audience. I was initially gonna sit in this chair actually, but as you can see it's already taken. So I'm just gonna start the video on the ground next to the chair. That way someone very special can keep his spot. And I say very special, I actually got his paw print tattooed. My first tattoo. Now it's on me forever. Oh, and now he's getting up. I wanted to, for this video, just kind of ask myself questions and just wanted to reflect on my creativity, on my progress as an artist, because I feel like sometimes I'm losing my mind, feeling like I'm not doing anything creative. Often just feel like I'm missing out on a lot of creative opportunities, and I know that's not entirely true. I have been pretty consistent for the past year, so that's where the inspiration for this video came from. So the first question was, why do I create videos? And that's probably the biggest question and the most open-ended question because there are so many reasons and possibilities. So I think it comes down to just sharing stories, sharing memories. I reflect a lot on life in general. I also post like travel vacation video kind of things, just things that have some sort of a feeling attached to it. I think looking back, it's very fun to see trips from like the Canada trip that we took. Florida is the most recent two videos. I've also had more like poetic videos. The one that always comes to mind is the Now What video, where I'm kind of laying down on the deck or whatever and the drone's flying. I really like being able to take what's on my mind and put it into something in a project of some sort. And I've just not been able to replicate that same feeling through other mediums of art, like painting, drawing. I don't know. Video is just the one that speaks to me, and I think that's very fun. So this one is less a direct question of my art, but more my progress, just how I see my progress as an artist and how I see that I'm getting better at my craft. Also, we're gonna ignore all of the birds in the background of this video. We live in a migration path and our apartment's not soundproof, but the birds are lovely. Lufkin loves them. I like them for the most part, but whenever I'm trying to record audio, I don't. So I see a lot of different aspects so differently now than I did a year ago, because I've been publishing videos on YouTube consistently since February of 2024. Composition, I think, is my biggest one that's coming more naturally. I frame myself in the shot just a lot easier now. I think about it, but I'm not thinking about it too hard, and I think that's very nice. I think color, I'm learning a lot of. All of my footage I shoot in a almost raw format. I have to do all the coloring myself, and it's taught me what to look for, how to hopefully expose everything correctly, and it's been a very fun journey with all of that. Audio, I have done a lot more audio work with like sound effects and just making things feel more natural, because sometimes this ambient sound is not enough. Sometimes it helps to crisp up some stuff where it's less noisy, just so you can focus on like running water or waves or other bird sounds and how to mix those between different shots. I don't know, it's all a fun learning process every single time I'm making a video. I see overall some more intentional storytelling rather than a place to come and vent and rant. I feel like I'm coming up with a better plan each month on what I want to see, which is also good because I don't want this to be like a snarky social media page of just complaining about everything. There's some very justified things that could be ranted about, but I want to share everything in an intentional way, and I think I'm doing that pretty well now. I think there's just a lot of reasons as to why it's nicer to slow down and think about what I'm gonna say and then before publishing it. I overall make the video that 13-year-old me would have loved to see. There weren't authentic, just gay YouTubers that were out there when I was 13. YouTube has just changed a lot in like the past 12 years, and I really wish that there would have been someone like me then that I could have seen. I think that would have made being in the closet a little bit nicer and being able to see an authentic way to live, which I'm here, I'm doing this now. I think just being able to see that I could exist in my full self from a young age would have been very nice. It's fun to just accept that I'm not gonna ever know everything. I can just continuously try little things out and see what works and what doesn't. I'm making content that I would have loved to watch growing up, and I hope that there are people out there that are able to have this. So as an artist, I think I'm being quite intentional, purposeful in my videos, learning a lot on all of the aspects of filmmaking, really just everything you have to do by doing. So that's pretty cool. The next question is, what is good enough for me versus good enough to post and be proud of? How do I counteract any sort of perfectionism that is still there, because it's always there? And I think whenever I am in a creative flow, everything is truly flowing out. There's such a perfect harmony in what I am doing, and I won't really second guess myself as I'm going along. I've learned to trust my instinct with all of that. If I dwell too long on something, I will start to go back and trim things that won't even be noticeable in the end product, but I will spend so long making tiny adjustments, and I would never finish. I would never complete a project. And that's something that really goes along with any sort of creative outlet. I feel like I have a painting somewhere that I've never finished. I've got drawings I've never finished. I've got other mediums, of course, everywhere. I think that I just have to admit that I am my biggest enemy sometimes when it comes to a project, because I want something perfect. I want to make it the best that I can make. But sometimes sitting down and just saying, this is good enough, you are making something that is worth your time. But also at the same time, I don't want to sit and dwell on it for too long, because that's not worth my time. So just in admitting that I'm the biggest enemy, I'm also acknowledging that it's not my camera, it's not my lens, it's not the lighting, it's not the sounds like the birds, but it is instead me most of the time. If I just show up for myself, that's already progress. You really just have to trust yourself. Of course, I'm the one to preach, because as all of these videos are a reflection in life, I'm experiencing all of this so much in a real fashion. My cat just broke into the closet. He's never opened that before. But overall, I want to create projects and keep them going, because the consistency is key for me right now. There's the cat. So the next question I had for myself is, what scares me more? To either not post at all or to skip a video. And when I say skip a video, I mean, currently I'm at a 3-week posting schedule. I just switched to that. So that could be now 6 weeks without a video, and that terrifies me. The consistency that I have built in creating this schedule is what keeps me going. It keeps me very accountable. I have to show up for myself, and there's a lot of pressure with that. I'm so scared of abandoning my passion. Life can get so busy at times, and I won't touch a camera for 2 or 3 weeks at a time sometimes, and I don't feel like me whenever that happens, and I just get so stressed out. But I have this due, and I have to do it. It pushes me in every sort of creative sense to go out, do something, or come up with a reflection like this. Whenever I have this time to step back and look at my journey, I can appreciate it all more. I am so proud of what I'm doing. It's so rewarding to have so many videos now to look back on and watch, especially the moving to Chicago video that I made. I rewatched that one pretty recently. I don't know what my cat's doing. He's usually asleep at this time. I've captured so many emotions over the past year. That's something to be proud of. I'm working extra hard on making all of this happen. I truly am showing up for myself. So my next question was to kind of just see where I want to go next and things that I want to explore that I have not yet. The first thing that came to mind with this question was curating a photography book of my own photography. I have gotten a little bit into film photography. I just found a lovely camera from a thrift store that works. I just tested it out in this past week, actually. I might make a video on that next time. But to document little moments in time, I don't know, tell a story through the photography itself in the little book. And I don't know if that would be like a bunch of little curated ones of like maybe over a 2-year period. I am very fascinated about how an image can make you feel. The film camera really has taught me that. I took some photos, it was actually very foggy in the afternoon, and it feels so surreal to look at those images. If I remember, I'll put one here. I also would like to assess how I share my work with the outside world, because currently I'm on Instagram and YouTube. Instagram is a weekly set of photos that are kind of just silly, kind of just for fun. And then YouTube is a lot more intentional. Every 3 weeks now. I want to maybe pursue another outlet. I don't know which one because I could do photos somewhere, I could do more short videos, but overall, I think it's just something to think about. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I hope to do this for as long as I can. I would love to transition into just making content. I think I'm doing a pretty great job of tuning into myself and listening to my own needs in art forms and how to express myself. So if you have not subscribed yet, please do so, and I will see you next time. He will also likely see next time because he's always right next to me. It's like this is a little magnet for him, but thanks for watching.